Can hear me, but I'm doing my best to solo cast. So here we go. All right, once again, this Renekton and Shen just dueling it out in the top lane. There just doesn't really seem to be anything happening. As you see, tank v tank. Although Shen is in the lead, I feel like if he had gotten a taunt there, he could have won a trade easily and possibly have killed Renekton. Once again, in the mid lane, contention and farm, they're just doing their best to siege. That is really all that's happening in this mid lane. Caitlyn is returning. Experienced Baby backing off. J4 is recalling. Nidalee come off. Zyra is recalling as well. J4 walking across the ward there. Please don't recall in that bush. They will see you. Just kidding. He has an Oracles clearing out those wards. As you see right now, there is 2 wards for each team on the map, both in the side of best team NA. A's in the hole once again coming out onto that Nidalee. Nidalee heals, negating all of that damage. Right now, the siege is going in the favor for best team NA. That was that big crit onto Nidalee. Zach decides not to jump in on that. They think that they can get that tower safely, which they do and are continuing to push. Corky does need to recall. He did push in bot lane, however, and that wave will be pushing in the favor of Experienced Baby. They had to send Renekton middle. This could spell bad news for Experienced Baby if Best Team NA is able to siege down the second tier turret. Shen is split pushing and his Stand United is available. It will be a 5v5 if they ever decide to fight, as they have sent all 5 members into the mid lane for Experienced Baby. And able to clear the wave, clearing out the wards as well. Blue buff is still available. Pings are coming out. Nidalee's going to be able to pick up that blue buff. That means she's going to be raining spears, hopefully from the back, doing damage onto priority targets. If we take a look at the gold lead, 1.7k now in the favor of Best Team A as they pick up their 3rd turret of the game. Right now, they're making solid rotations and are picking up the global objectives when they need to be. Wow, Shen really just outdueling this Renekton. I don't think Renekton wants this fight. Really surprised that Shen isn't just trying to aggro him right now, because Shen is winning this trade 100%. If we take a look here, Ronduin's Omen finally finished on Shen. He is now have a Ruby Crystal. I am assuming Shen is going to pick up a Spirit Visage here. More effective on Shen than I would say Renekton. Still very surprised about that first item picked up for Renekton, and I really think that's what's losing him this lane currently. Granted, once again, he is still tied in farm, but Shen does have a kill and an assist. If we take a look across the junglers, 91 farm on Zach versus the 102 for J4. J4 also does have kills and assists. So really, in the jungle, J4 is king. Oh, wow. Up top, we see Shen with the beautiful taunt, forcing Renekton to slice and dice away. He comes back in, gets the stun possibly, but Shen right now just out trading him. I do see that very nice heal pickup for Renekton when he trades with Shen, but it's not going to be enough. As you see, red buff Caitlyn going aggressive on Nidalee, forcing Nidalee to run out of lane. Nothing is scarier than a red buff Caitlyn when you are alone. Trade her outright, she will murder you into the ground. We see Experienced Baby does pick up Zach up in the top lane, and 3 members of Experienced Baby are coming behind them. It is a tower traded for Dragon, as well as Experienced Baby coming in from behind. The knockup doesn't land on anybody. Crescendo lands on 3 as Jarvan ult does miss. They're just going to walk away from this one. 4th tower pick up for Best Team NA. Oh boy. All right, we do see Shen up in the top lane. He is just going ham on this tower, taunting out of the Renekton damage range. And this is a very close game, excuse me. With that dragon pickup, it's really solid for Experienced Baby to keep up with these tower pushes that are happening from Best Team NA. Red buff does go to Corky. J4 is looking to come up here with Renekton. Same with Nidalee, and they're going to want to take this top tower, trying to even out the towers that they do have, and there's going to be no one to contend with it except for Shen. Shen using his TP to get out to the top lane, but it is a 3v1, and Shen is tanky. Oh my gosh. Just going for the tower. Renekton even ults for this. J4 taking tower aggro. Brand is here to respond, trying to do some damage, but Experienced Baby is going to take tower and walk away. Now tied in gold. That was very solid rotation from Experience Baby. They sent 3 top lane. They pulled Brand up there. They got the tower. Nobody died, and they're able to back off. Right now, both teams are competing for Vision. I don't know with the Oracles. I don't know if J4 still has his. He does not. So actually, Oracle's in the favor for Sona. It's good she's able to roam around, grant her team vision. TP is down for Shen, but Stand United, of course, is still up. Each team doesn't really want to start a fight. Experience Baby knows even if they do have numbers in the fight, Shen can TP in with that ult, Stand United, and change a fight 100%. And since Renekton does not have teleport, and he is split pushing or trying to stop the split push of Shen, that just means that they are down in numbers, always going to be a 4v5 in a fight. So both teams right now really just doing their best to farm up, poke each other down, really hoping for one team to make a very large mistake, which is not happening. Oh my gosh, Nidalee Spears, why do you hurt so good? We do see a Rabadon's Death Cap picked up, as well as Home Guarded Magic Penetration Boots for Nidalee. She is going to be doing decent damage. J4 does pick up a Spirit Visage here. They want to get some magic resist across their team. They are afraid of that Brand burst. Brand does have Zonia's as well as a Void Staff and his magic penetration boots. The magic pen is going across and he knows that burn does passive damage. J4 does engage. Zach ult going across 3 members of the team. Shen Stand United goes across on Caitlyn. The taunt picks up the kill on the outplaced Zyra. J4 is forced to standard away from the fight. Brand is about to go aggressive, though. This could be bad news for Experience Baby. The Q lands. Shen is just being a frontline tank. That was not what Experience Baby want. If you saw in that fight, the Stand United actually did land down on Caitlyn, and Caitlyn netted into range to get that taunt to go towards the Zyra. Very well communicated. It was a little bit worrisome that maybe the Stand United went on the wrong person, but it turned out in the favor. As we see here, Caitlyn's strong range and a solid amount of poke is just making this tower siege very easy. Nidalee trying to land spears from the side, always a risky position with a Shen and a Zac. But they're now backing up. Kill lead in the favor of Best Team NA. Here comes Shen doing the stun, but Best Team NA waiting off in the side. Zac making the rotation down to that bot turret. They might lose tower here in the bot lane as they're trying to contend with the members of Best Team NA in the mid lane. Zac doing a good job with his Sunfire Cape and that large minion wave to try to poke down, does some damage to the turrets, but Experience Baby does a good job of reacting to that split and save their tower from going down. But Best Team NA now rallying up once again in the mid lane. Those 4 members traveling as a pack. They are going to try to take down this turret. It is only Nidalee right there currently. Pings are going down to watch out. It does go down though. And Shen almost catching out Nidalee here. Nidalee getting away, just poke, fights going down. The standard goes across. He flies in, lands the Cataclysm on Caitlyn. She is able to 50 caliber net away, but as you see Zac and Renekton dueling it out, the Ignite goes down on Zac. It might not be enough to kill. Quirky rockets from the side. Nidalee landing spear. Zac is going to go down. That is a kill for a turret, still in favor of Best Team NA, but Experience Baby is making a beeline for this dragon. Sona is recalling. Shen and Caitlyn are coming to react. This is a pretty risky Baron. They only have that 1 pink ward and 2 on the side. Caitlyn and Shen say let them have that Baron. Gold lead is not tied, slightly in favor for Best Team NA, but with this Baron pickup, that gold lead is going to go into favor of Experience Baby, and sieging is going to be more possible with this Baron buff. Really, no contention. That top lane is pushing. Corki is going up to stop that. Bot lane is pushing a slightly bit as well for Best Team NA. But right now, this is a neck-and-neck game. Well played across both teams. That was a really good pick that Renekton made on that Zac. And that Zac dying was what made that Baron pickup possible.
Alright, so after some
Now, if we just take a look once again, gold lead, 1K in the favor for Experience Baby. This is good. They haven't had a gold lead in a while, and, you know, Best Team NA was really looking that they were out aggressing. They are picking up Dragon, however. And this will once again bring that gold lane that much closer. There is really no gold lead. This is a back and forth game, undoubtedly. 5 turrets to 3 in favor of our best team NA. 34 minutes, this is as close as a game can get. If we take a look across builds, Corky finished his Bloodthirster, building a pickaxe that I'm assuming is going to be going into either an Infinity Edge or Last Whisper. My guess is Infinity Edge. Shen here trying to push that top lane. Renekton goes to answer. You do see 3 pinks that top lane.
All right.
BTNA. Shen wants to be able to farm in safety. You back?
I am. I have desperately trying to get sound here in our auditorium. Unfortunately, I think there is a issue with League is not outputting sound. So we'll have to wait until this game is over and
League
I
of Legends
restart.
client.
The Adobe Air client is really kind of the worst thing since sliced bread.
We hate you, Riot.
I know. So there is, I do hear sound coming out of the speakers, but unfortunately, League of Legends does not want to output sound at this moment. So bear with us until this game is over. But it might look like it's a fight to the death. We'd have an inhibitor open, and blue team doing very well so far.
Ooh. That ace in the hole did come across, do some solid damage to the Corky, but Nidalee firing those spears are spears of death. That's some 300 stuff right there. She is throwing those spears and they are hurting, and they've been hurting all game. Brand! Oh my gosh! Nidalee snipe, and it equals a turret. That is another turret for Experienced Baby here. They're trying to equal it up, and they are sieging down the mid lane. Baron buff making this possible. Nidalee spear again landing on Caitlyn. She's forced it back. And as you see in the top lane, Renekton is pushing the wave against Shen, and that does help with the AoE from Renekton. There goes the turret, and the first inhib of the game is going to Experienced Baby. The towers are now tied 4.8k or 48k gold, excuse me, to the 46k gold of best team.
We've got Shen and Renekton duking it out. Neither doing much to each other, but unfortunately, Experienced Baby coming up to get that Shen. He is trying his hardest to make it away. He flashes
Ace
out.
Roll does come out. Zyroll does miss. Shen is going to make it out alive here.
Renekton gets
So
stunned.
and Zach blows up Nidalee. This was a bad engage from Experience. They did not
They go
think
back
this one
in.
through. They thought they had numbers.
The Renekton
Renekton
does
face tanked 4 people.
die. He lets he tanks so that his teammates can get away.
You know, I liked that rotation that Experienced Baby made until they just focused all of their attention on trying to kill Shen instead of taking tower. And that ended up actually hurting them in the long run, as they do lose both Nidalee and Renekton. They were able to save the top tower, best team in AOS. So, interesting choice that they had made. They had just picked up a big advantage in the mid lane by taking that inhib. But of course that is still a very large advantage. Recall's going down, although Brand is still on the aggressive here. They are going to pick up that inhibitor, possibly Shen is going in. He's tanking his super minions, Caitlyn and Brand with him. I think they're gonna have enough damage to get inhib and maybe get out alive.
Maybe not though. We've got the J4 coming in the Corky. This could spell trouble. One death
Corky
goes down.
into the ultimate.
Shen almost
The
dead.
Brand AoE is a lot of damage.
It is terrible.
Brand doing his
so
best
much
to
damage.
kite for his Shen. The knockup misses.
Shen unfortunately does
Shen
go down.
does go down.
This is really eerie, not being able to hear the sound. You can't hear any game effects. It's just, it is actually terrible.
As we do see here, it is now a 5-man push down the mid lane for Experienced Baby. They are looking to take more than what is currently happening. They're pushing down this minion wave. They might be just going for Nexus turrets here instead of pushing in lanes. You do see though, bot lane is pushing very heavily in favor for best team NA, so they do have the advantage there. Pings are going out for the attacks. They need to be focusing on turrets. Zac does engage by jumping. The Zyra ult comes out. Crescendo only lands across on Zyra. Damage is going out all over the place. Zyra does die to turret.
This
Zac
could
is the
be
one who
game
picks
right
up
here.
that kill.
There's the ace in the hole to kill the Caitlyn.
Tanking. Boy, Caitlyn picks up that Nidalee. They do pick up a tower and they back out.
Ooh, with that Caitlyn snipe on the
Another kill.
Jarvan.
Double kill for Caitlyn.
Oh, Corky. She's trying to go for Corky, but the
Wow,
Renekton
she
does
50
get that stun
caliber
off.
nets. Renekton got the stun. That's not going to be enough.
The Shen
Corky
ult is
should
going
have
to
left
save
if
her.
he had the
Brand
chance.
almost getting that ult off on the Renekton.
Both Corki and Renekton look to be getting away. Top lane is pushing in favor for experience, baby. It's interesting. They got 3 members dead only for a Nexus turret. At this point, they are still staying in the lead, and they just know that they can out-aggress in these
Bran
fights.
runs up to clear that
As you
wave.
do see, bot lane turret is going to down. Is that a Shen TP? It is. Oh, nope, Renekton killed the minion, because Shen TP canceled. Right. That is 6 turrets. Best team in A, 7 turrets for experience, baby, and a 1.5k gold lead.
That Renekton has a huge amount of health.
You know, he does, and it was interesting because Shen was out trading him for the entirety of this game, but then in teamfights, Renekton is just being much more effective, being that face tank and just sitting there soaking up the damage.
Renekton just, I mean, he outputs way more damage in a team fight than Shen can. Shen's mainly a control and prevention. Like, he's got his ult, he's got his taunt, he's got a little bit of heal on his sword, and then he's got his shield for himself. Whereas Renekton is dive in, stun the carries, and get those kills.
Right. And if we take a look across the board, Kaylin, Infinity Edge, Bloodthirster, Last Whisper, exactly tied with the Corki minus the Infinity Edge is actually a Triforce. She is almost having her GA complete. She is double potted. Kaylin is looking to carry her team in these team fights right now.
We've got both teams, doing the dance around Baron. Baron is live, so's Dragon. Purple team looking like they're heading towards Baron. No, they're just passing by casually.
They made their rotations and they dropped their wards, but they're in a bad place having Renekton recall, as best team in A might be looking to make a move on this Baron.
It's a dangerous game. You gotta do the Baron dance.
It's interesting. Exactly, and it's also interesting to see the discrepancy in the builds. If you just look at Corki, he built a Quicksilver Sash, and so that means he's definitely going to be going into Mercurial Scimitar, but Kaylin decides to go with the GA, so Corki is focused on doing damage immediately, where Kaylin is just trying to stay alive. Oh man, that Nidalee Spear is huge, taking Bran below half health.
Nidalee is a
look at how big Zac is
dangerous
right
game. I love Zac. He can get really huge if built just straight health. He can be taller than towers sometimes.
He is ginormous. It's awesome.
Well, we got the ace in the hole just flying out there. Renekton diving in front of it to take it. We got the Shen taunt flash in.
All game. Shen going in against
J4 diving to the back line to get on that Brand. Brand gonna zone to try and prevent the damage.
Zac ults across.
We got purple team cleaning up here. It is a brawl fest. We have a 1 for 4 so far. Zac gonna take it. 1 for ace right there.
That was a bloodbath.
Purple team looks like this could be game. Already GGing.
Experience baby is gonna take the win here.
Renekton flashes to get into that inhib.
He says please.
Please.
So flash.
So wow. Much damage. So wow. we're gonna take this first Nexus turret here. Well, second rather, and the inhib.
So win.
So much win. Very win. All right, and that is it. So hopefully next game we will have our sound restored, and so we're just gonna take a quick break here while we get